Welcome to the Murphy, Sam and Jodi After the Show podcast. And I've had a quote in my phone, Jodi, that is, I think, probably one of the best quotes that I've ever saved.
Okay.
Because it has actually kept me from fatiguing. It has maintained my energy. Like over the last week, as you know, there's been a lot, really over the last 2 weeks, there's been a lot going on.
Murphy's been super busy. Between
work and then, the passing of my friend Carol and, there's a lot of pieces and parts. Our daughter's moving back into, apartments for school, blah, 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 blah. It's there's always a constant list of things going on,
it's
right?
full right now.
And, but, a good friend of ours, Mark, and I were kind of bouncing things off of each other when we were visiting, when you and I went on that road trip.
Yeah.
Just, different things I've got saved in my phone that just kind of helped me to stay.
He's one to have a zinger, so let's hear it.
Well, he's always had the greatest quotes anyway.
Yes.
But, he said that he's just been living his life, by the mantra, choose happy. It's just those two words, choose happy. And I put that on my phone and, and it sounds really simplistic, but it really is. It's very helpful when you have a lot of things going on that you just kind of stop and catch yourself if you start to let yourself get sucked into the stress of it. Mm-hmm. Because that stress is what wears you out. That stress is what makes you, totally tired.
Stress and worry.
And so for, all the things that have been going on now for the last couple of weeks, I have somehow kept my wits about myself and just, refocused and literally not letting any of it get in, and internalize, which is really just what it is. It's choosing happy.
Not attaching a negative emotion to a situation that's stressful. Because everybody has stress, and you have to acknowledge that it's stressful. You can't just, you do have to face your problems, and you have. But you have to just not attach an emotion.
Choose happy doesn't mean ignoring your problems. That's not what that means. It's how you choose your approach and your response to everything that that you do. That's why doom scrolling is such a problem, because you don't realize that you're getting sucked into something that emotionally zaps you, takes you, steals you. And and it feels like
what came of it? Nothing.
Right. It feels like it's a passive activity, but it's the kind of thing that is very easy to forget when life gets busy, because we are emotional creatures. We're emotional beings, and there's a lot of stress around us, And so it just surprised me that of all the things that I've been, juggling, just remembering that has preserved more energy for me than anything. It's not like been a bunch of coffee keeping me awake.
Because when you remind yourself of that, you just kind of go, it's like you let things go. My papa used to say it, not the same exact way, but papa used to say that. Happiness is a choice.
Yeah.
He said that after my grandmother died. He said that after he lost everything in his home.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean he was always,
chipper.
Right, dancing or anything, but he always said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you can't, nothing's ever going to be like a decision and done forever. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like exercise. You can't just exercise once and expect your body to stay healthy. You have to stay on it. That's why you eat multiple times a day. So you kind of have to do the same thing with your own psyche and the way that you look at things. And I think, Jodi, you actually, ever since I've known you, you've been one of the more balanced people that I've known, and it seems to come really, really easy to you. It honestly, it does. And maybe you make it look easier than it is. But it's something that I have really had to work years and years to get in front of.
It does not come easily. It's just that I reset all the time inside. I don't verbalize it maybe so much so you're not aware of it, but I reset inside all the time. You don't know that when I'm walking from one room to the next and I'm not telling myself, this is not a big deal. This is going to be okay. Self-talk is a big thing with me. You know that. That's where Keep the Wow came from.
Yeah.
It's self-talk. And so I do reset all the time. It's just mentally. And I will shout out this. I love that you put that in your phone and you've been sort of calling on it. That's what it means. Just like you've been using it inside your own head. Choose happy. Sam, may I reveal.
Oh, what did I do?
What I've seen. You have a Post-it note near your computer that I saw. I happened to see the other day. I wasn't snooping, but it says, does it matter? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Is that a reminder for you?
That's two things. Does it matter and slow down and stop thinking.
Nice.
It used to just be the slow down and stop thinking. Now I had to add, does it matter?
I like that for you.
Because there are so many times I just want to say something, and it's like, it doesn't matter. Forget it. Or do something, or have an attitude, and it's like, it doesn't matter. And it's really funny, coincidentally, because Murphy brought up, I don't know if you brought it up this week or last week, Let Them.
Oh, yeah, the book that Jodi got me, with the Mel Robbins book. Right?
Yeah, and, my free audiobook subscription, I think that's going to be my next book.
Good. Yay! Oh, I'm so excited.
It's either that or Harry Potter. It's a tough decision.
Yeah.
Lessons, a lot of lessons in both.
Reality or fantasy.
Well, I'm glad after decades I'm actually just able to swing y'all back over to the genre that I admired the most.
Oh, no. I don't read those books.
I didn't say I was going to adopt any.
Remember, I don't need them. No. I don't really read those kind of books, although I love the philosophy and I love anything that inspires you to feel more peaceful inside. Sure.
Because to me, that's the first time I'd heard that. And it's like, that's part of my sticky notes. It would be Let Them, because it's like I can't. What I'm assuming this book is about, I can't control them, so let them, and I do my thing.
The only thing is it comes back to you. What can you do?
Yeah,
and to take care of you.
Well, and you know what they say about this, because science is so good at it now, and you don't even really have to know the science to actually care about doing Let Them, but it's all the automatic reactive fight or flight parts of our brain that create all of these problems. When you see something as a threat, your intelligent brain stops. It's I don't want to say it stops working. It gets overridden by the part of our brain which was originally designed to get out of the way of an animal chasing us, or
Yes.
thousands of years ago, and that's the part of the brain that causes you immediately to go from being fine to panicked or stressed or defensive or reactive or any of those things. And once you accept and understand that that's just part of your brain and it's part of your mind and you just have to steer it, man, it's just like it opens up a whole new it opens up a whole new world. And I like to share that message because I'm somebody that was, from the day I was born, a control freak, and everything, had to be my way in my teens. And as you get older and you realize everything can't be your way, and then it takes you a while to realize the things that you actually can control and the things that you can't. Maybe the kick in the butt that Sam and I had with alcohol kind of helped, open my brain to things.
It's a big control
It's like,
thing.
okay, well, I can't. Type 1 diabetes. Didn't control that. I didn't cause it. There's nothing I could have done to prevent it, whatever. It's, it's all those things that I guess you start to understand, okay, you can't be a control freak because some things really aren't in your, control. And I'm guessing that's why that note says, does it matter, right? It's you wrestling with something that frustrates you, but you can't control. And
it hasn't mattered yet, so.
Right, right. But that's awesome.
That's the new note.
I think that's awesome. Isn't it? It's peaceful, and it's.
That's my book.
It would be so easy, like you said, Jodi. We're very literal, as humans, and so it's very easy to go, well, okay, great. If I'm just going to be happy, then I'm going to ignore the bad. That's not what that means at all. It does. It's the same reason that Let Them doesn't mean just let anybody do whatever they want to do. It's about letting them be themselves, and it's step 2 that's the important step, which is, what are you going to to do?
You can do yourself, and I can either get sucked into it and wrapped up into it, or I can just
It's also about your expectations. Stop expecting them to be someone else that they're not.
And that's where Mel Robbins says that the second part of Let Them is Let Me, because you can't have.
Is that a second book?
No, it's the same book.
Okay.
No, it's in the same book, but she cautions that because it's really, God, it's a very well written book. She explains how, Let Them by itself could create a lot of disaster. It could make you irresponsible, and that's not what she's trying to communicate in that book. It's really just about how to let go of something and then choose, okay, now that I know this, what direction am I actually going to go in? It's very freeing. So I'm glad you got the Post-it, and I'm making sure that my list, I told a friend yesterday, I'm not going to let my list get too big, because if you start having a list of all your favorite mantras, then it becomes unwieldy.
Oh, you got a bunch of them?
Yeah, I've got 4 or 5.
Murph.
I've got 4 or 5.
You know him. So, but right now, Group Therapy Thursday here, you're choose happy.
Yeah.
I'm always keep the wow. And you are?
Does it matter?
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam and Jodi podcast.